Now, we're using a gray color here, which isn't perfect. It's not going to mesh well with every background color. If we zoom in the browser and take a look, this looks gray, but ideally, it should look like just a darker version of green. If this was a real shadow, it would just darken the green color. So now we could use something like darken in order to pick a color that matches this, but there's an alternative, which is using a different type of color that includes an alpha value. And an alpha value is just how opaque it is, or how see-through it is. Now, creating this type of color value off the top of your head is tricky. Typically, you'll find a tool that will help you do this. So you can learn more about this type of color by doing a search for RGBA, that's red, green, blue, alpha, colors CSS. You'll find it listed under legal colors, but what we really want to do is see what the structure is. So here's an example on w3schools.com, and here's how we would define an RGBA color. We'd set the red value, comma, the green value, comma, the blue value, comma, and then the alpha value, and we'd wrap all that in parentheses and type RGBA before it. If we wanted to do black, remember how I was just talking about how when you add more colors together, it gets closer to white on the screen. Well, as you take those colors away, you get closer to black, and 000 is the equivalent of black. So let's copy this here, and let's jump back to our editor. We'll go back to our example as well. And for text shadow here, let's paste in our value. You can see that we're getting a different color here, but we'll set it to 000, and we'll leave it at a 0.3 alpha. And when we look here, this looks a lot more accurate to what a shadow should actually look like. Let's zoom out a bit, back to real size. Okay, that makes the letters pop, but it doesn't seem in your face. So let's use this value down here. I'm gonna go back to the editor, and we'll add the line text shadow, and we'll paste in the value. Again, the horizontal position, the vertical position, the blur, and then the color. And let's refresh the browser. And there we go.